everybody, this is Monumental again, and today we're going to build off of our last video, which we covered some of the basics about what you can do to get started on your fitness journey. Now, when I left off last time, I talked about home workouts, and while I'm not the biggest fan of home workouts for a few reasons, one of them I touched on before is that I feel like the home should be a place of, safety, relaxation. Psychologically speaking, it's good to separate different parts of your life. But for a lot of us gamers, we don't really have access to gyms depending on our location, or we don't have the money for it, or we're just trying to catch a workout between a stream or during a lunch break, right? So we need access to things that we can do at home. So I'm about to break this section up into 3 different parts. Today, we're going to be covering bodyweight workouts. Then we'll go on next week to discuss things you can do with objects in your house, actually, for workouts. And then from there, we're going to go to things you can buy and use at home. But today, we're just going to do bodyweight. First thing you can do, squats. Pretty simple, right? Okay, so everything we're going to be doing is going to be 10 to 20-ish or so reps. What we're really looking for in any type of basic workout is time under tension, right? And different times under tension, which means how many seconds a muscle or muscles are under pressure. Goal differs depending on what time under tension you select and what you choose. So with that being said, we're looking for something kind of in the middle to lower end of the hypertrophy range, which is what most people think of in terms of like muscle building. So what most people want, they just don't really know how to say it, I feel like. You're gonna see something between like 35 and 50 seconds for time under tension for most hypertrophic goals. So we're gonna say 10 to 20 reps, assuming that at minimum, each rep is gonna be 2, if not 3 seconds long. So we're gonna be going just under that time under tension range, or just at the beginning of it, which for beginners tends to be something that they can do. So squats. Bro tip on a squat, put a chair either underneath you or beside you. So when you squat, you're making sure you're getting enough depth. Okay, bros love to arch their backs and kind of do this like C-shaped thing where they think they're getting lower than they are because they're arching their backs, but they're not. Like, put a chair next to you, make sure your butt is getting either onto the chair or parallel to the chair. You do not need to go ass to the grass. I see that a lot. While there are some benefits to that, again, depending on who you ask in terms of hip flexion and things of that nature, you don't really need to. Just make sure you're going 90 degrees. Make sure you're going parallel, and we'll call it good. Next thing is your traditional push-ups. Now, I separate traditional push-ups into 3 primary categories. You have wide grip, you have standard grip, which is shoulder width, and then you have like diamond inside grip. Your ability to do these is going to vary in terms of what you're good at. Start with the standard push-up. Get used to doing that, making sure that your body is flat. And we're looking for 3 points when you're doing a push-up. Your butt, your back, and your head should all be essentially in line as much as possible when you're doing that. What we like to do at the facility is we like to take actually an old broomstick and we'll put it on your back to make sure that those 3 points are all even when you're doing either a plank or a push-up. So make sure that when you're doing your push-up, you have that. That is going to be my bro tip. Record yourself, because dudes, that's not... Everybody thinks they know how to do a push-up. You probably don't. You probably do it wrong. It's something that you think in your mind is really easy, but come on, man. I can't tell you how many videos I've seen online of dudes who have no idea what the hell that they're doing in terms of a push-up. And it's absolutely ridiculous. So record yourself. Don't let your ego get in the way. Make sure you're going all the way down, and make sure you're extending all the way out, okay? The next thing is lunges, okay? Again, we're going 10 to 20 reps on all these, pretty much assuming that each rep is 2 to 3 seconds. So you can just take that with you as we go. Bro tip on lunges. Get that chest out. Pretend you're a stuck-up rich girl. Pretend you're, I don't know, Paris Hilton or something, right? Pretend that you're really, really important when you lunge. I see people lunging all the time, and they'll do that same type of squat back arch when they're going out. So just remind yourself before you go, I'm important. I'm going to stick my chest out. I'm going to get those shoulders rotated back, and then I'm going to lunge. So that's going to be 10 to 20 reps per leg. Keep that in mind. Tricep dips. Find a chair, find a couch, find a love seat, find something that you can put your arms on and do dips with. So you can do reverse dips, or you can do standard dips. You can actually get 2 chairs next to each other, assuming they're high enough or that you can balance yourself enough, and you can do more traditional dips. But dips are great. Dips are, I did another video on the best arm workouts, and I think weighted dips are actually the best overall tricep workout for multiple reasons. Primary being it hits all 3 heads of the bicep, and we can talk about that another time. But bro tip with those tricep dips, guys, the further the better. If you're doing the reverse ones where your hands are behind your body, the further your feet get out, the harder it's going to be. If that's not hard enough for you, get an object in your house that weighs a little bit, throw it on your stomach or on your legs, add it a little additional weight, and continue to do those tricep presses. If pressing in the more traditional standard way with 2 objects next to you is too light for your body, which I doubt it because people really struggle with dips, but let's just say you're like superhuman and have really great strength and also work out at home. Get something on your body, like a bunch of layers, coats, jackets, chains, whatever you have that weighs something that you can kind of lunge around your neck or whatever, and use that for added weight. But dips, terrific workout. Crunches and sit-ups, okay? Bro tip on these, lock your feet in somewhere. You're like a roly freaking poly. I see this all the time with people doing core exercises. You need to situate yourself. You need to lock yourself in somewhere. Either put 2 heavy objects on each foot, like 1 on each foot to lock yourself in, or slide your feet underneath a couch. An ottoman, something that weighs a good amount where you can lock your feet in so you're not swaying and roly-polying around everywhere, because you should be focusing specifically on your core, and your body's always going to try to find a way to make this easier on you. That's why you half rep, gym bro. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I know you're half repping. Stop half repping. Your body's going to try to find ways to make it easier. Don't let it. Lock it in. Lock those feet in. Crunches for the upper, traditional sit-ups for all the abs, and again, you'll see this in a video, so I don't want to go too into depth on those. And then planks. Standard planks, typically 30 seconds to a minute in length. Remember those 3 points: butt, back, head. Keep those 3 points in balance, in unison. And then on the side planks, again, I'm going to show you a video on how to do it. Just make sure that you're holding steady, that you're not cheating, you're not swaying, you're not doing that kind of thing. But yeah, those, in my opinion, are the most basic, standard ways that you can get some type of strength training in at home with just your body. And the reason we're talking about this primarily is because, again, a lot of gamers, a lot of people in general, just don't have access to the gym, or it's too expensive, or you're trying to find something to do between streams, or, you know, whatever. You just need something quick and something accessible. Home workouts are extremely accessible, so we want to make sure you have options for that. So that is it for this segment. Those are some things that you can start doing right now. So we had your 4 basic kind of things you can do: cardio, biking, so on and so forth, that we talked about in the last video. And now specifically at home, everybody, you live somewhere, right? You don't need a gym for this. You live somewhere, so I know this is applicable to you. These are some things that you can do no matter what. Do them before bed, do them between streams, do them in the morning, do them during an actual workout time that you plan, but you can do them. So I don't want to hear you can't do anything, that we haven't given you something. Next video, we're going to talk about what are some home workouts you can do with household objects. So stay tuned for that. Let us know what you think. Let me know what you think. And thank you so much for tuning in, as always, for Front Fitness.